I came here the month I was going to be 93. I came to Holton Home, and I called it my second home. And that's what it really is. Getting wonderful care. I love everybody. They're still my second family. Everybody here, if they had a choice, would rather be like they were when they were younger. Who wouldn't? I dream sometimes of running up a hill. I used to love to run. I used to love to jump too. Those are memories now, but they're good memories. They're good memories. Everyone here has a story to tell.
I was elected the first woman assistant judge in Newfane. People told me not to bother because they would never elect a woman. And so I said, well, I think it's time for a change because it's only fair that a woman should have just as much to say as a man. Well, I think I'll sit down and...
How'd you get that open?
Oh, well... And I found that people who came before us felt better. When the women came in, they said, oh, at last there's somebody who will listen to me and have it balanced. The best part was knowing that in some small way I had a chance to make somebody's life better and fair. Want to share one of these?
I don't know. You need to share. Have your own, Rich.
I had a teaching job at Brattleboro High School. What I was teaching was French. I studied in Paris in 1959 and 60. I've returned several times because I have friends in France. I think Paris, of course, is my favorite. I was always very independent before. Now I can't be that independent. I'm as independent as I can be.
Reach that hand up and think of something lovely.
When I moved to Holton Home, I thought, if I can't be in my house, I'm very much at home here. And they take good care of me, and I can't say enough good things about it. And I really have enjoyed it very much.
As it goes out, and my hands rest on the earth, and they go around the earth, as if I'm holding that picture of the earth that we've all seen. Bring it back to your heart, send it out for all.
Holton Home is remarkable. You get the love and the care and the attention, the health care, yes, but the whole person care that makes such a difference, especially as you age.
And what was your day like when you came home, back home to Holton Home?
It was wonderful.
Was it?
It was wonderful.
We missed
and
you
I
so
am
much.
back home.
I've been working at Holton Home for 7.5 years, and I just love it here.
I've worked at Holton Home for 16 years.
9 years. 7 years.
9 years.
12 years.
I believe they bring me more joy than what I could possibly bring them. They're experts at living.
Good. One of the questions that I ask when they first move in is, what do you still want to accomplish in life? Write memoirs, write poetry.
This one's nice.
It's pretty amazing to be in a position where you get to sort of make dreams come true.
I started writing poetry when I was in my 80s, believe it or not. And most of it, I guess you would call it complaint in verse. The name I can't remember, the place I know not where. I was prepared for arthritic arms and legs, but not for a brain turned into scrambled eggs. Some people think it's funny, they begin to call you honey. But I will shout, rant, and rave. Old age is only for the brave.
My mother was a member of the Flying Sanjanides, which were a trapeze and acrobat troupe.
You made this up.
I made this up.
Well, obviously
of course.
you made it up.
You made. Oh, I said you were 92 and still active.
You do make up. I've made friends. It's hard to believe that in a short time you can make close friends. There was someone in particular, and fortunately we were placed at the same table. You get a special kind of relationship with your table mates.
She's intelligent.
How generous of you, Mary.
She's talented.
See, this is why I love Mary. The friendships I've made here are surprising to me. We're kind of in it together.
How many of you had a marriage where the same argument came up over and over and over? Am I the only one?
You're the only one.
I don't believe you.
Well, I'm a good example. I don't know enough to shut my mouth. And
She's saying that she can imagine in war, it's very hard to step back. But when our blood is boiling, it's very hard not to hurt people.
Very hard.
Ethel agrees.
Some keep thinking of Congress when you're talking.
Uh-huh. Congress and their rising tensions and their inability to work things out.
I was thinking back the first time I visited Holton Home, and it was kind of love at first sight. I mean, I just loved that slightly fusty elegance of the front rooms and seeing people in their comfortable rooms surrounded by their mementos and getting their stories. How are you doing? Did I see you out walking? Yeah? Great day for a walk, huh? Let's see. Go ahead and bend it.
That just happened just lately. I don't know what does.
Uh-huh. Wow, yeah. Yeah, that's called a trigger finger, because it feels like a trigger, doesn't it? Kind of going pop, pop.
Yeah.
I'm in family practice. I don't deliver babies anymore, but I still take care of little kids all the way up through the ages. And as I've gotten along in years, so I have a lot of my patients.
93,
Yeah,
yes.
that's glorious.
But I've had a great life. I've had a wonderful life.
Mm-hmm.
And everything about it has been great.
Mm-hmm.
And now I've moved here,
Mm-hmm.
which is a new experience completely.
Yeah, closer to your son.
Yes.
Yeah. Their lives are contracting as their vision, their balance, their strength, just their ability to cope, their cognitive skills contract. And at some point, it really starts impacting their quality of life, their happiness.
Yeah, big breath.
I mean, measurable things like their weight and how well they're taking their medicines and how many emergency room their visits, but also just this sort of not thriving. About perfect, yeah.
But I walk every day.
Mm-hmm,
I walked this morning all the way out to the garage.
Did you? Great.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And then I walk all the way back again.
Yeah. The women we saw today are obviously just prime examples of needing that transition. And the one is just like, I think of the poster child of what residential care can do. Because at home, it was just this kind of constant slow motion crumble of coming in the office more and more often and on medicines and trying to adjust them and then realizing the adjustments didn't really work and realizing, oh, you know, she's sleeping in and then she's not taking her morning medicines.
We're put up with a lot from us, don't you?
And once she got in, it was just like a flower blossom just opening again. I mean, all of a sudden, all these crises just kind of faded away, and she had meals on time, and she got medications on time.
Well, great to see you.
Everything just got so much easier. We started cutting medications, because lo and behold, she didn't need so many when she was taking them properly. 10 years ago, it seemed her life expectancy was measured in, months or a year or so, and here she is just maintaining social contact, and it just gets sort of easier and easier to take care of her.
People feel a lot of pressure to go to extraordinary lengths to keep their family member in their home, and of course that's a natural way for people to feel the way they want to take care of their parent or family member. But what I've seen is that often the person who stays in the home ends up isolated. And I've seen many people, when there's an assisted living, where they can be active, interact with people, have conversations, it really is a better outcome. People have less difficulty with dementia and just are more physically active as well, so that whatever issues they have with arthritis or muscle aches are less when you're being physically active.
I love seeing an adult child of a resident who's been spending so many hours caring for her mom being able to go back to spending hours being a daughter again and just visiting with her mom, reminiscing, enjoying each other. It's a beautiful thing.
We have an absolutely wonderful staff that anticipate people's needs almost ahead of what they need.
You want a banana tonight?
Yeah, I love it.
Hey, Shirley.
I got any grapes?
I sure do.
Oh, good. That's good.
Hi, Ruth.
Hello there. Thank you, hon.
You're welcome.
I'll not take the yogurt, too.
Okay, I'm gonna get the
Okay.
yogurt, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Marjorie,
Good morning.
got your laundry.
Great.
Got
Just in time for me to go away.
I know it. And I've got some beautiful clothes to put in the closet for you. And we don't have to worry about ironing them again.
No, no.
There was a lot of affection shown to my mother by the staff, and she kind of ate it up. I mean, she enjoyed it, you know, made her special. And they treated my mother very much as a person. You know, my mother could be a little bit feisty. You know, she's a small person, and I think she was born fighting and you know, did it all of her life. At least that's the mother I remember. Yes, she recently passed away. She'd had a stroke. I knew very well what my mother would have wanted, so we brought her back to the Holton Home with hospice care. One of my sisters and I spent a lot of time that evening with her, and the staff came in and, you know, asked if there's anything we would like and talked about her a lot. In fact, one nurse, Carol, she stayed another hour and a half just talking with me, just, you know, about my mother and how much the people there liked her. Yeah. And that's, you always like to hear that, you know.
When my mom was actually dying, we were welcomed as a family into Holton Home, and it was a very serene passing that she had. We were able to sleep in the room so that someone could be near her at all times. We had meals there. We brought in food when we wanted to bring in food. And she was so well cared for by the staff so that we as a family could just focus on interacting with her and being present with her as she went through her passage.
It's just a very home-like family atmosphere where people care about each other, the residents, the staff, you know, and we go through it all together. You know, I really love that it really feels like a family to them, and a lot of people really feel like they're home. And it's, you know, we have these amazing gardens. We know what people love and are able to kind of provide them a lot of happiness and joy, you know, at this point in their lives.
Hi.
Okay.
Hi, sweetheart.
How are you?
Oh, it's so good to see you.
Do you want to have your walking sticks?
Why?
Because we're going to be walking across the Bridge of Flowers.
I don't want to.
I won't tell Deb.
I've been to the Bridge of Flowers.
So let's get in. And Barb, why don't you take the front seat, so I'm not going to have you get in quite yet. Does that sound good? They have a table waiting for us if you want to go up, or you can wait. It's up to you. Would you like the special salad? What do you want to drink? I'll get it. We'll do that. But don't worry, because we'll be walking. It's not a really long walk, but.
Oh, this is it. Yes.
So go right in and start walking. Yeah, check
See,
it
it's
out.
worth seeing.
And look at this one. Oh, my.
Whoa, look at these.
Big one. Look at that tree. Isn't that something?
Don't you love that, Barb?
Yep.
I do.
We have this one at Holton Home, and they have the coolest yellow golden flowers.
And this one, goodness, this must smell.
Smell these ones? Can you smell them?
We're celebrating 125 years, and we're looking to the future. Here I am at Bradley House, part of Holton Home's future. It wasn't that long ago that the two residential care homes merged, doubling our capacity, able to serve even more elders into the future.